Starting this Sunday, February 11th, and going through to Saturday the 17th, Manitoba's hub for green living, the Green Action Centre, is holding their annual Jack Frost Challenge. This is an event that encourages Manitobans to embrace the winter weather, such as it is this year, while at the same time staying both mentally and physically healthy, helping the environment and inspiring active modes of transportation year-round. The goal of the challenge is for people to gather together in teams of 1 to 5 and walk, skate, bike, ski, snowshoe, etc. outdoors, while at the same time logging kilometers to match a cumulative distance of 130 kilometers throughout the week. There is also a possibility of winning some amazing prizes by taking part in the challenge. And joining me here in the Classic 107 studio, I am joined by Ariel Desrochers, who is the Sustainable Transportation Coordinator for the Green Action Centre. Hey, Ariel, nice to have you here.
Thanks, Chris. Nice to be here.
Before we get to the challenge, can you tell us a little bit about the Green Action Centre? What are some of its main goals and mandates?
Yeah, so Green Action Centre is an environmental nonprofit organization that is located in downtown Winnipeg, but we serve all of Manitoba. And the goal of our organization is to promote greener living through practical solutions and resources. So we work primarily with workplaces, students, teachers, First Nations communities, pretty much anybody that is interested in greener living solutions.
Before we get to the event itself, I know one of the real goals of Jack Frost Challenge is to encourage active modes of transportation year-round. This is something that I'm very passionate about. Can you talk about some of the advantages to using more active modes of transportation to get to work?
Well, I would say that, we spend a lot of our day sitting around, whether it's in school or in the office, getting in your car, the long drive. Winnipeg is a really big city, so chances are you probably have a decently long commute. There's congestion, getting stuck in traffic. Those are all things that can be really disruptive to your day. And I think active transportation is a really great way to sort of mix up your routine and get your body moving. I mean, it's good for your brain, especially children who are, going to school and sitting around all day. Right. I mean, there are things like recess, but the opportunity to actually, try biking to school or walking, I just think is a good way to burn energy, especially for kids. And yeah, I just think overall it's a lot better for your mental health, your physical health, and you don't have to get stuck in traffic. So
yeah, and Winnipeg, one of the nice things about Winnipeg, I mean, there's several, but one of the nice things about Winnipeg is there's some really great bike paths that can sort of help connect the city. Speaking for myself, mentally, with these short days that we have in the winter, it really helps just to sort of get rid of the winter blahs.
Yeah, absolutely.
So starting this Sunday, the Jack Frost Challenge starts. Can you tell us a little bit about the initiative? Why was it created and how long has it been going on?
So this year is our 13th annual challenge. So we've been going since, I guess that would be 2011. And it was started as actually a co-event with another event called Active Ipica, which is a 130-kilometer winter bike race, which I think starts in St. Malo and then goes all the way to Winnipeg. So they were done sort of together, and then Jack Frost Challenge sort of grew and became its own separate thing. And since then, we've had thousands of participants and lots of kilometers logged.
Fantastic. Can you talk us through the challenge and the week? Say I want to register. What do I have to do to participate? And maybe just talk me through what I need to do as the week progresses.
Yeah, so I would start by visiting Green Action Center's website. That's where all the general links are for everything. So we have a landing page in which you can click a link that brings you to our platform where you log the kilometers. So it is a separate platform actually run by Sustainable Alberta, which is another sort of similar environmental organization over in Alberta. And you sign up. You can either sign up as an individual or you sign up as a team. So someone registers the team name, and then all the team members, including the person who's registered the team, actually have to sign up under that team name. So there's a couple steps, but we've got an FAQ page, if in case you get a little confused, and we're always reachable by email as well.
And I should also mention it's completely free to take part, right?
Yes, it is.
Amazing. And it's more than just getting together for exercise. There are events happening at the beginning of the Jack Frost Challenge at the end, right? Can you talk about the events at Fort White Alive and the Forks?
Yeah, so we always like to have a little something happening during the week just to keep things interesting. So our kickoff day, like you said, is this Sunday at the Forks. And we are going to be tabling with some cornhole games and some fat bikes for rent from Kendrick's Outdoor Adventures. And you can rent them, but we're actually going to be able to let people just try them out. So you don't necessarily have to rent them. You can ride them around a little bit, just try them out. And we'll have a prize draw as well. So just if people are, at the Forks or they want to pop by, we'll be there with our tabling materials.
Yeah, and then at the end of the week, you're at Fort White Alive, right?
Yeah, so that's going to be another sort of outdoor event. We're going to have bonfires, marshmallow roasting. Kendrick's Outdoor Adventures is also there, so you can rent. I mean, there's not a lot of snow, but you could rent snowshoes if you wanted. But yeah, we're going to be there as well.
Sort of, it leads nicely to the next question. Has this unseasonably warm weather has it created any problems for the challenge?
Well, ideally, we'd prefer there would be a lot more snow. It sort of makes certain activities tricky, like skiing and snowshoeing and, even playing in the snow if you've got kids that are looking forward to building a fort. But so, yeah, people's plans may have to change a little bit. But, I mean, I still encourage people to get out and try, walking, running, even if they've been looking to try winter cycling. I would say the roads are a little safer to do that this year. But it's also open to folks outside of Winnipeg. So there may be more snow where you're living if you're rural or in another town. So there is the possibility of still doing true winter activities.
Yeah, absolutely. How do people log kilometers for the challenge? Do they need to go to a website to do that, or do they just have to write it on a piece of paper? How does that work?
Yeah, so once you've signed up your team, those who sign up on the team will have created an individual account, and that's where you log the kilometers. So, it's all on that platform that you can find at our website.
Perfect. And once the week is done, there's some pretty great prizes that people can win for taking part. Can you talk about some of those a bit?
Yeah, so we like to have a bunch of different prize categories just to keep things interesting and also, work to incentivize people a little bit to get out and try something new. So we've got prize categories like most kilometers individual, most kilometers team, best team name. If you can come up with a really fun team name, there's a prize for that. But we've got 3 grand prizes. So 2 tickets to Winnipeg Jets game, $50 gift card to the Authentic Team Store for the Winnipeg Jets, and a $75 gift card to local public eatery, which I really like it there. So,
And there's a number of Manitoba businesses that have provided prizes for it as well, right?
Yes, absolutely. Every year we get a lot of great donations from folks. We've had donations from, we've had Tallgrass Prairie donations. We've had Fate donations.
I saw one from the running room that looks looks great.
I think Natural Cycle has provided some stuff for us. So yeah, we always get a lot of support.
Am I correct about this? When it comes to the grand prize, it's drawn from the teams who've completed the 130K. But I find it interesting, for example, in a team of 5, each member needs to complete at least 26K. So it's not like somebody in the group can just do 10 and then the other can compensate for that. Why is 26K the magic number for a group of 5?
Well, just, 130 divided by 5, there's 26. So it's just all about doing sort of your fair share of the kilometers to help your team. But I mean, you can definitely go over that number, and we encourage folks to do as much as they can. So if you can go past 130 kilometers, that's totally cool as well.
Amazing. I'm going to wrap up the conversation by asking, have you yourself taken part in the Jack Frost Challenge? And if so, how many times? And do you have any memories from previous events?
So I actually only started doing it last year when I started working with Green Action Center. But I did participate myself, and I did a lot of skating. I find that was the easiest activity for me to put in a lot of kilometers. As for funny stories, it's tricky. Every year is different. I think this isn't about me, but the year before I started working, we had our kickoff event at the Forks once again, and it was so cold that nobody showed up. So it just goes to show you how different every year can be.
Yeah.
I think there were a few folks that came out to, see the table and get a few handouts and try fat bike, but it just goes to show how the changing winter every year can kind of affect how the event goes. But last year we did a similar event and we had lots of people show up. So
yes, and hopefully with this warm weather, you'll have lots of people show up as well.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
It sounds like it's going to be a really fun event throughout the week. Where can people go to register a team or perhaps do all of it on their own?
Yes, you can go to greenactioncenter.ca/Jack Frost Challenge, and there are some pretty obvious buttons, links to the website, so it's not too hard to find, and that's where you'll go.
Amazing. Ariel, it's been so super excellent to talk to you today about the Jack Frost Challenge. Let's hope it encourages people to get out and embrace the winter season. Thanks so much for taking the time and stopping by and chatting with me today.
Thank you so much, Chris.